For decades, sailors reported the same impossible sight, a massive steel ship drifting alone through Arctic ice. No crew, no smoke, no lights. They tried to board her. They tried to tow her. They tried to explain her, but she always vanished again. This was not a legend. This was not a rumor. This was a real ship, documented, photographed, and officially abandoned. This is the true story of the SS Baychimo, the most famous ghost ship in American history. In the frozen waters of Alaska, the ocean does not forgive mistakes. Ice shifts without warning. Storms appear without mercy. And ships that fail to escape rarely return. Yet, one ship refused to disappear. For nearly 40 years, the SS Baychimo drifted through the Arctic, seen by hunters, traders, pilots, and sailors, always empty, always moving, always silent. No one knows exactly how far she traveled. No one knows how long she truly survived, but her story is real and deeply unsettling. If you value real maritime mysteries and true historical stories, consider subscribing. These are not myths, they are documented history. The SS Baychimo was built in Sweden in the early 20th century. She was constructed for cold weather trade. Strong steel hull, reinforced bow, designed to survive ice. She was owned by the Hudson's Bay Company, one of the most powerful trading companies in North America. Her purpose was simple: carry supplies to remote Arctic communities and return with valuable furs. Year after year, she sailed dangerous northern routes through Alaska, Canada, and the Beaufort Sea. She was not luxurious. She was not famous. She was reliable. In the early 1930s, the Baychimo began what would become her last official voyage. She sailed north along the Alaskan coast, loaded with cargo, crewed by experienced sailors. At first, conditions were normal, cold, but manageable. Then the ice closed in. Unexpected pack ice surrounded the ship, locking her in place. The crew waited. Days passed, then weeks. The Arctic winter arrived faster than expected. Temperatures dropped. Ice thickened. The ship could not move. With no way to free the vessel, the captain made a critical decision. The crew would abandon ship. They removed essential supplies, secured the vessel as best they could, and traveled over ice to safety. The plan was simple: return in the spring, recover the ship. At the time, this decision did not seem final. Ships trapped in ice were often recovered. No one believed this would become a mystery. Weeks later, a massive Arctic storm struck the region. Snow blinded the horizon. Winds reshaped the ice. When search parties returned, the Baychimo was gone. Not sunk, not crushed. Gone! The ship had broken free from the ice and drifted into the Arctic Ocean. Many assumed she had already sunk. They were wrong. Months later, local hunters reported something impossible: a large steel ship drifting near the coast, empty. The description matched the Baychimo. Soon, more sightings followed. Fur traders, whalers, missionaries, all described the same vessel, intact, uncrewed, moving slowly through ice. The Hudson's Bay Company officially declared her lost and collected insurance. The Baychimo was no longer claimed. What makes this story disturbing is not that the ship was lost. It is that she kept coming back. Subscribe if you want more true maritime mysteries, because this is only the beginning. Over the years, several groups attempted to board the ghost ship. Some reached her deck. Others were forced back by weather. Inside, they found something chilling. Cargo still in place, cabins intact, personal items untouched. The ship looked ready to sail, but the Arctic does not allow second chances. Each attempt to tow her failed. Tow lines snapped, ice shifted, storms intervened. Every time the Baychimo escaped again. By the 1940s, the Baychimo had become a known phenomenon. Pilots reported seeing her from the air, frozen into ice fields, then free again. She appeared near Alaska, then near Canada, then vanished for years. She became known as the ghost ship of the Arctic. But unlike legends, she left evidence, photographs, official reports, eyewitness logs. She was real. Maritime historians still debate how she lasted so long. Her steel hull was unusually strong. Her design allowed ice to lift her rather than crush her. She carried no crew, no fire, no internal damage. She drifted with currents, not against them. In a way, she became part of the Arctic itself. The last confirmed sighting occurred in the late 1960s. After that, nothing. No wreck, no debris, no confirmation. Some believe she finally sank beneath the ice. Others believe she rests undiscovered on the Arctic seafloor. A few believe she drifted farther than anyone imagines. There is no final answer. The SS Baychimo holds a unique place in maritime history. She was abandoned, yet never destroyed. She sailed without crew, without command, without purpose for nearly 4 decades. Her story changed how abandoned vessels are classified, how insurance policies define loss, how the Arctic is respected. She became proof that the ocean does not always end stories quickly. Sometimes it lets them wander. The Arctic does not give closure. It preserves mysteries. The SS Baychimo did not ask to become a legend. She simply refused to disappear. Silent, empty, endless. Some ships sink, some burn, some vanish, and some drift forever. Subscribe if you want to uncover the real stories of forgotten ships before the ocean keeps them silent forever.